So you've had a pretty busy couple weeks. I guess start kind of with the present, work our way back because your career very much interests me. What's it been like, and talk about that.
Honestly, the past couple of weeks has been pretty fun. I've been talking to a lot of schools and stuff like that, and this is the first time that I've ever had a lot of these schools hitting me up because out of high school, I only had one, two JUCO offers
Yeah.
for real. I had a walk-on offer to one D2, and then
Yeah.
another D2 offered me a partial scholarship. So I wasn't really used to like all the schools hitting me up for real. But after a good season, I kind of assumed that I was gonna have a good amount of schools hitting me up. So during the process, I was just kind of trying to absorb it, take it all in, and it was something new for me. And then I took my visit to UMass, and it was nice.
It worked out. So what's it kind of like? You enter the portal, and then it just kind of was just like a whole rush of coaches and everything.
Yeah, honestly, as soon as I hit the portal, probably within like 2 minutes, I was getting calls from Belmont, all type of schools. I probably got like 20 schools within like 20 minutes or something like that. I was working out actually, so I had probably like 5 schools leaving voicemail to me and everything like that. So it was honestly really crazy. Like the way people talk about it is honestly that crazy. I mean, depending on obviously how you did during your season, it can get really crazy. You just can't get focused on that and stuff like that, and not be focused on working out. Because then I'm telling you, at the end of the day, you're gonna get there, and then you're not gonna be able to produce like how you want to.
Yeah, because I transferred in my collegiate journey, and you've been at a few schools now. How is it from when you first committed, to your JUCO to now? How has your kind of what you've looked into school changed? Would you say?
Honestly, what's changed is kind of just the people that I know I can surround myself with, like the coaching staff and stuff like that. Obviously, when you work yourself up, there's better coaches at different levels, so they have more experience with people that's been pro. And if you want to go pro, then obviously you want to work with a coach that's been with pros before. So kind of now for me, the biggest thing is going with coaches that know how to develop me and know how to turn me into the best pro that I can possibly be.
Because now that you're later in your, is that what UMass really stood out? Because now you're later in your college journey, you got to make the most of that experience.
Yeah, Coach Frank Martin, he's had a lot of success with a lot of good players, a lot of good guards like myself as well. So I knew that just going into it, he has a lot of experience, and we had a lot of talks. He even came down here to come visit me a couple of times as well. So we have a really good relationship, and just forming that, and just seeing that his background, Coach Figure as well, he has a real good background. Just all of the whole coaching staff, like a couple of the players on the coaching staff, even played at Kentucky and stuff like that. Went to the Final Four, so like the experience is really out there. So just for me, I know that I can go there and just gain a lot of insight and become better as a player. So that was a good move for me to make.
Yeah. What do you think the biggest development is from like your freshman year in JUCO to now for you?
Honestly, for me, just my ability to create off the dribble, but just I would say like jump shots. Like I've always been able to get downhill, but I've just gotten better at just kind of just creating my downhill. And then after I start getting downhill, players will back up, and then I'm able to just shoot threes and create off the dribble and hit shots like that. So that's the biggest thing I've been working on, even this off season. Just honestly getting faster, getting stronger, just everything in general. Because I'm going up a level, and obviously I played against 5D1s already, and I've done good. But it's just still, I know that I just have to keep going and keep grinding because I'm never satisfied at the end of the day.
Have you noticed any like difference between levels? Because now that you're about to be there, you've been at 3 different levels now.
Yeah. Honestly, I say the biggest thing is the speed. Like the speed of the game at every level that you go to, it goes up. So like JUCO, we were pretty fast. It was a fast pace, but like when I got to D2, it was even faster. Like it's even faster guards, and I know that when we played the D1 teams that we played, they were even faster and even stronger. So I would say the biggest thing is just kind of athleticism and strength is the biggest difference between skill level. I mean, divisions.
Yeah. So take me through like high school. Like talk about interesting. You only had 1 or 2 JUCO offers. You were also during that weird COVID time, so it was hard to. You think that kind of impacted your recruiting a little bit too?
I think that had a big impact on my career because my junior season we only played like 10 games.
Yeah.
And a lot of times you're playing like 20 to 30 games, you know what I'm saying? So I wasn't able to get a lot of exposure that I wanted to get. And on top of that, so like a lot of our games, nobody could come in because of COVID. So like it was a lot of coaches trying to look at different people's films, live streams, and I kind of feel like I just got filtered out, during that process. So my junior year, I averaged 10 points per game. And then after that, I was in the gym 3 times a day, working out, waking up at 5 a.m., going to lift, then going to hop on the shooting machine, then working out with my trainer. So I was working out 3 times a day, every single day, and just I knew that at the end of the day, all that was gonna pay off. So my senior season, I was averaging 18 points per game, and still, no schools really believed in me or anything like that. So I ended up going to Prairie State, and I had a good season over there. My freshman year, I averaged like 11 points per game. Then I transferred to Waubonsee with Coach Lance over there, and he really just he gave me the keys to really open everything up, and I'm forever grateful for him. So I averaged 18 points per game over there again. We were 28-5. We were the number 11 ranked team in the nation, so we had a really good season. And then Coach James and Coach Mims over here at Florida Tech, they were the only school to offer me out of JUCO. So I came here. I love it. It's Florida, you know what I'm saying?
You can't complain,
You
bro.
can't beat, you know
Especially
what I'm
from the Midwest.
You
It's
know what I'm
cold up
saying?
there, dude. It's still 40 degrees in
Bro,
July.
I know when I went back, it was really cold. So you really can't beat it for real. So just coming here, I'm really grateful for the opportunity as well. And they knew what I could do. They let me rock out and play my game, and then I had a really good season here as well.
Yeah, it's very interesting to hear because I talk to guys, and the freshman year they barely play at all at some of these D1 schools.
Yeah.
You had to play as a freshman. Talk about that experience and like how valuable that was, and like
honestly, for me, I would say that I think a lot of more people should go JUCO just because of that. Because I feel like the best experience that you can get on the court and the best way to get better is on court experience.
Yeah.
You know, when you're going to these D1 schools as freshmen and you know you're not going to play, you're not getting that on court experience and that real time development. So me going to a JUCO and being able to play and be in those experiences, late game situations, I have more experience, and I feel like I'm just more experienced than people that just started playing their junior year and their sophomore year because they didn't really get to see what their real game is. Like I got to find myself and going to JUCO, you know what I'm saying, and really become that guy. And then even just being at a JUCO, there's not as many star players at a JUCO, so you can be that guy. You can be comfortable being that guy. So when you're going to these other 4-year schools, they're recruiting you as that role. They want you to come in and be that guy, you know. So just feel like it's just better for a lot of people, to, especially confidence-wise. It's really a good move, and people shouldn't keep looking down on JUCO. You know?
What was kind of like that? I feel like your freshman you always have to like welcome to like the league moment. Did you have any? What was your biggest like learning opportunity?
Honestly, I'd say going in JUCO, I was like my team. That was during the COVID time, so I had like 22-year-olds on my team, 23-year-olds on my team, and honestly, I was just 18. You know, I was coming in, and I mean, I've obviously played against players, that old before, but just never just like going against them every single day. So really, honestly, for me, the biggest thing was speed. Like I had to get adjusted to the speed for real. Like I was going against my boy Jeremiah Johnson over there at Prairie State, and Kari, and a lot of those guys, just really fast guys that were old, and it really developed me into the player I am today. Like we were just going at it and stuff like that, and like they say, iron sharpens iron at the end of the day. So we were just going at it, and I feel like that helped me in my development process as well.
Yeah, I mean, to do what you've kind of done, you really have to like bet on yourself a lot because moving schools is like very hard. You know, can you kind of talk about the mental aspect of doing all this and everything?
Yeah, honestly, for me, I try not to get like locked in and caught up on one place now, because I know that with basketball, you're forever traveling. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of just have accepted the fact that I'm never gonna be like stuck in one place until I'm probably done playing basketball. Because I mean, obviously, the goal for me at this point, I want to go to the NBA. I want to go as far as I can with it. But I mean, there's obviously other journeys as well. Like people go overseas, things like that. So if I also have to go overseas, I know a lot of overseas players. They have to bounce from country to country and stuff like that. So kind of just accepting of that and just living in the moment, so I can just enjoy the times that I'm in right now. Like Florida, I probably never live in Florida again. So just taking everything day by day is probably the best way that I'm able to go by things.
Yeah, I know you just committed, but like for me, before every season, I had a bunch of small goals that led to your big goal, which you said NBA. What's kind of some small goals you have going into next year?
Oh, UMass, I say honestly, some goals that I have going into next year. Honestly, I want to win 20 games for sure, and I want to win conference. We're moving from the A10 to the MAC now, so we're playing against like schools like NIU, Ball State, and schools of that nature. So
OU, I was down there,
yeah. So honestly, for me, just going in there and killing is the biggest thing for me. Like it's my mentality. I really don't care who's in front of me, and I feel like I've proven that. Like I just go out there and I want to hoop, and I just have that dog mentality. So I want to go in there and get to it right away and just translate the things I was doing this year into next year, but just getting them wins for it. Like that's the biggest thing. I want to go to March Madness, be able to play on the biggest stage, and just having a good time with my new teammates is gonna be a big thing as well, and just embracing the whole UMass community for real. I'm really excited.
Yeah, and I mean that's like every kid's dream. So get to do that. It's something like no other. Like me, even just me, like doing media there and just seeing the floor. It's like it's so cool.
It's crazy, bro. Yeah,
it's so cool. So big thing is nutrition, everything in the gym. Can you kind of talk about like what your plan is throughout the week and everything? And do you have any like goals to, like gain so much strength or what weight? I mean.
Yeah, so honestly, during the week, me and my boy Ben and Xavier, we all work out. We work out 3 times a day. We'll go get a lift in the morning or something like that, and then after that, we'll get a workout in. Just all 3 of us, like a scale workout. And I take like a lot of the workouts I've done throughout the years and just mix them together. And we probably get like an hour and 30 minutes on the court like that. Then we'll go back home, chill, and then we'll go back and just get up a lot of shots and stuff like that. So that's 3 a day right there. And then we try to just eat good, like there's a lot of we have cafeteria. We can get free food as many times as we want. So we can get in there and get pizza all the time. Like you don't want to do that. So we try to get as much protein as possible, like this, good meals and stuff like that, whole foods, and just honestly, I feel like we've all been bulking up and we've all been getting a lot stronger and stuff like that. And my goal personally, I want to get to about like 190. I'm 180 right now, and I feel like I'm pretty strong and I have a good frame and everything like that. But you can always get stronger. So that's what my goal I'm looking for next season.
How do you kind of like balance that? Because in the off season, you don't want to burn yourself out too much going into the season where you're tired going in. How do you kind of like balance that?
Honestly, you just have to just feel how your body's feeling. Like you going into every workout, you can feel what your body's feeling. Your body reacts. Like if your body's feeling a little too sore, like you probably shouldn't go as hard in the workout. Just have like a lighter workout, get up a lot of shots and stuff like that. So I kind of just however my body feeling throughout the day is kind of just how I go about my workouts as far as intensity and things of that nature.
Yeah. So from up to now, what's your favorite college memory or moment?
Honestly, I'd say last year when I was at Waubonsee Community College and we won conference, it was just a really big thing for me because I've always been a winner wherever I went. And just honestly, for me, just winning and be able to put your name on a banner is something bigger than just any individual accomplishment that you can have. Like you're forever engraved in history at that point when you're on banners and you're making history at school. So that was probably the best memory that I had.
Yeah. So what do you think makes like a winning? Like, so what's a winning mentality?
Honestly, just you can't be scared of anybody. Like no matter who's in front of you, like it doesn't matter. You have to just know at the end of the day, like everybody plays basketball, everybody laces up their shoes the same way. Everybody's human. So just having that mentality that at the end of the day, you're gonna play your hardest no matter who's in front of you. That's gonna create a winning culture. And then on top of that, you have to be able to handle adversity. Like there's gonna be a lot of bad things that happen, even in life, and especially in basketball that happen. And you can't just let that just make you pout or you just shut down or something like that. Because at the end of the day, you're not gonna win at that age. You know, you have to play all 40 minutes. So the thing for me is just honestly just you just have to keep going and don't let anything else get in the way.
Nah, so we always ask this one. So we have a lot of like high school, middle school athletes. You went, you really did work to get to where you are. What's the best piece of advice for someone who wants to play college basketball or college sport?
Honestly, I'd say on the court wise, the biggest advice is you just have to be in the gym for real. Because a lot of people they can say they're in the gym, but like when you're in the gym and you're not confident in the games, it has to be because of a result of something. And I feel like the confidence comes from you being in the gym. Like the more you're in the gym, you build your confidence for that game. You know what I'm saying? If you're in the gym, you know when you get in the game, you worked on that 1,000 times. That's not going to be something that you're scared to do. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not confident, you need to get in the gym, and I'd say a lot of live reps as well. Like play 1-on-1, play 5-on-5. Like that's the biggest way to learn as well. Like you can't just go against cones all day. That's not a real person. You have to be able to go against people. Use your reflexes and just honestly, go out there and do whatever you do. So I'll say that's the biggest thing. And off the court wise, you have to get good grades. No school is gonna recruit you if you don't get good grades because they're not gonna be able to put you on the court if you don't get. What I'm saying? You have to get like a certain GPA every single semester. So if you're not able to do that, you won't be eligible. So really, I say make sure you stay eligible off the court as well and take care of your books.
Yeah. The last two questions because we'll get out some of these bugs. But so you played at 5D1 schools. What was your favorite one you played at?
Honestly, I say that's a hard one. Honestly, I say Richmond.
Yeah.
Richmond has had a lot of history as far as even going to March Madness and things like that. So I'll say that was probably the biggest memory for me.
A good A10 school.
Yeah.
So this is the last question. This one's the hardest question. So when your career is over down the line, how do you want to be remembered?
Honestly, I want to be remembered as just a guy who he just whatever he believed in. That's what I just want to go out there and do. Like if I feel like I'm different than others, like that's fine for me. Like I just want to go out there and be myself. And either you can accept me for who I am, or you don't have to accept me at all. It doesn't really matter to me. But honestly, I don't want to. I feel like a lot of people conform to society nowadays, and honestly, I feel like you should just go be yourself. Like who cares about what people think about you? Just be yourself. And at the end of the day, I want to be somebody that's just known for my uniqueness and whatever I do.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you doing this. When I'm from Ohio, so when you come in the MAC, we got to do a video.
Yes, sir,
again.
bro. Most definitely, yeah.
I appreciate it, and
Yes,
thanks again.
Appreciate you, bro. Yes, sir.